Welcome Virgo to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 31st of July. When we have planets in our own sign in solar astrology, that's the first house, and that's an area of action and initiation. And it just so happens you have Mars, the planet that's very much linked to action and initiation, in your sign at the moment. That's really encouraging. But Mars is also linking brilliantly to Jupiter, the planet of growth, which is in the part of your situation to do with expansion and adventure. So that's a very dynamic link that you have going on all this week. But you also have Mercury back in your sign now. That's bringing you into the moment. Some of the anxieties that Mercury was arousing through its transition through Leo may have phased, but you do have Saturn in direct opposition. That could see you question some of your own individual plans. And also because you have the Sun and the retreating Venus in house 12, the sector of reflection and endings, also very psychological, but opposed in the Sun's case by the moon on Tuesday with the full moon, that could just be taking some of the energy away, dissipating some of the energy that is there in your own sign to reach any prizes or goals that you have in mind. So I think it's important to understand that this is a week where you may have to just try to integrate some of your concerns. Also be conscious that not everybody may necessarily be supportive of what you're trying to achieve. And although that's an uncomfortable thing to realise, if you come to terms with it, that will free up the energy to focus on what's really important. Also, if through Saturn somebody does question you about the validity of some of your ideas, and you don't take offence, and you let them actually audit what you want to do, perhaps in the way that sometimes you do to others, it could future-proof your idea. Check out that it really is going to stack up, and that actually could be reassuring. But because Venus, along with the Sun, is in that house 12, there is this continuing theme that any weak alliances in your life, and I don't just mean in a romantic context, could be ripe to end. And because Pluto and Neptune are in what's known as a yod back to Venus at the apex in your situation, that potential for anxiety or uncertainty or feeling that you can't necessarily trust people completely could be a big part of this week's story. But if you can put all of that to one side and really focus on the thing that's so incredibly important to you, and you also don't spread your energies too thinly, because I don't necessarily think you're going to have quite as much as one would expect with Mars in a trine with Jupiter. But if you can narrow things down and just focus purely on what's incredibly important to you, then there is the chance that you can gain traction on that passionate idea you have. Just be aware, however, that at the end of the week, if there are bumps around a romantic relationship, some more stuff could come out into the open as the week draws to a close, with Venus clashing with Uranus. It's not necessarily any big piece of news. It could just be some vague resentments or old issues that haven't been properly cleared through. Uranus is the planet of higher truths, and it's in your 9th house, very much to do with philosophy. So because Venus is in the 12th house of secrets, Uranus could tease them out all of a sudden. But if you do ventilate your frustration to someone, or they do to you, it can clear the air. And you know, I think this could happen most of all perhaps around a work or professional situation as much as a personal one. But if you're working towards an idea that you have in a more entrepreneurial sense, or an interest you have, or a hobby, I think that Mars-Jupiter angle, especially if you're planning a holiday, really exciting stuff. I want to share with you a very exciting opportunity. Year 2023 is speeding by, and year 2024 is racing towards us. You can order your year 2024 personal horoscope forecast based on your personal birth data now, and I will prepare for you the rest of year 2023 free of charge. Also, within my special package, you get 30% off and your character analysis report, your life roadmap, which will help you to understand the patterns that are being repeated in your situation and get a much more intimate knowledge of these and learn how to work with them in a more effective way going forwards. Please see the link below for more.